Welcome to Talk Law Radio with attorney Todd Marquardt of the Marquardt Law Firm at marquardtlawfirm.com.
Welcome back to Talk Law Radio. I'm Todd Marquardt here on 930 AM The Answer. We're here to help you discover legal issue blind spots by listening to me talk about the law on the radio. And the blind spot I'm pointing out today is Proposition A, a proposed amendment to the City of San Antonio City Charter that would tell the police how to do their job. If you think that's a good idea, well, I guess you would vote yes. Or if you don't think that's a good idea, I guess you would vote no. But this is our legacy segment.
And now, it's time for the Talk Law Radio Legacy Spotlight. What's your legacy? Sponsored by Marquardt Law Firm.
So when I think about legacy and I think about Proposition A, I was wondering, what's the legacy of the city of San Antonio going to be? Is this going to be the line in history where the people decided to change, where they decided to be more like Portland, Oregon, Seattle, Washington, San Francisco, California, or whether they wanted to maintain their values of order? So the question on the ballot is whether a justice director should be appointed who has no experience in law enforcement, and whether certain laws should be enforced, whether certain laws should be cited with citations and released, and whether we should allow people to steal up to a certain amount of money before getting arrested. So there have been some cities that already tried this, and that's what's interesting to me about this, is because we can already read in the news what the effect is going to be. There was a Target in San Francisco. Every single item in the whole store is behind a locked cabinet. I don't even know how you shop like that. I guess you have to have a personal employee with you to open the cabinet for each thing that you want to purchase. I also read that there were 22 Walgreens stores that were closed, and so that tells you how Walgreens has been affected. And Walgreens is a nationwide company, and so they might not be doing well there because they're losing profits due to theft, and they might be making a profit in other communities where there's not so much theft. But the fact that they're going to close those 22 stores means that their overall health is not good. And so what happens if you have a mom and pop pharmacy where people just go in and steal things? They're not going to have other stores profit to boost the one unprofitable store. They're just going to have to suffer or go out of business. And we don't want that. The business of America is business, and small businesses support America. Now, there is something interesting. I've been talking about preemption. State law preempts municipal law. Now, there is a bill in the Texas legislature that would do something similar to reduce the offense of having possession of marijuana. And so that's something to keep an eye on, because the only way we can stop that from happening is to call our representatives and senators in Austin. So today, what I want you to get from listening to this show is to go vote your opinion about Proposition A. This is your chance to either change San Antonio into Portland, Oregon, Seattle, Washington, or San Francisco, California, or to keep San Antonio great. Do you want your legacy to be one of order and harmony, or lawlessness and chaos? I've been talking about the proposed city charter amendment known as Proposition A, and we know that municipalities and their people are allowed to bring these proposed amendments. One is a municipality can adopt one by the city council for the good government, peace, or order of the municipality, and that is necessary or proper for carrying out a power granted by law to the municipality. But Section 51.003 of the Municipal Act says that a government act or proceeding of a municipality is conclusively presumed to be valid if these certain things happen, that it's not challenged within 3 years. So let's say Proposition A does pass. I would expect that it would be challenged within 3 years. But here's the preemption part of the law, Section 51.003B. This does not apply to an ordinance at the time it was passed was preempted by a statute of this state or of the United States. So that's my prediction. If Proposition A passes, it will be overturned by the state Supreme Court because it is preempted by state statute. And the only one that's not preempted would be the city's allowed to create new positions if they want to. If they want to have a justice director that gives opinions about what law enforcement should do or not do, the city could do that. It's not preempted by state statute. So I wanted to think about specific effects that this might have beyond you getting your wallet stolen. What if it was your grandmother? What if she was at the mall and somebody stole her purse? It's not just the money. It's the violation of her right to be at peace with her community. And what if it was a mom and pop shop, either a small CPA office or whether it was a small law office or a small grocery store or a small gas station? What if it's a mom and pop boutique or a retail store or a restaurant and someone's going in there and causing criminal mischief? Would you want them to just walk away to do the same thing to somebody else, or would you want them to be arrested, force them to calm down? So I've been talking about the proposed amendment to the San Antonio City Charter, Proposition A. You still have time to vote. Early voting is April 24th to May 2nd. Election day is Saturday, May 6th. So if you don't vote before Tuesday, then you have to wait. I was just looking on the City San Antonio website, you can see a proposed ballot. And I wanted to read from that. Let's see here. You probably voting for other people, commissioners, to school board members. Okay, here it is. Shall the city charter be amended to include a justice policy under which the city of San Antonio will use its available resources and authority to accomplish 3 goals of paramount importance? First, to reduce the city's contribution to mass incarceration. Second, to mitigate racially discriminatory law enforcement practices. And third, to save scarce public resources for greater public needs, and to reduce unnecessary arrests and save scarce public resources through a comprehensive set of reforms, including ending enforcement of low-level marijuana possession by prohibiting police officers from issuing citations or make arrests for Class A or Class B misdemeanor possession of marijuana offenses, except in limited circumstances, prohibiting the enforcement of abortion crimes to promote the reproductive health, safety, and privacy of all city residents, and stating that police officers shall not investigate, make arrests, or otherwise enforce any alleged criminal abortion except in limited circumstances, banning no-knock warrants by stating that police officers shall not obtain a no-knock search warrant, nor shall they participate in serving a no-knock search warrant with other law enforcement agencies, and creating additional policies concerning the issuing of warrants, banning chokeholds with no exceptions, requiring police officers to issue citations instead of making arrests for low-level nonviolent crimes defined as possession of controlled substances less than 4 ounces, penalty group 2A synthetic cannabinoids, Class A or B misdemeanor under Texas Health and Safety Code, Section 481.1161B1 and 2, driving license invalid under Class A or B misdemeanor under Texas Transportation Code, Section 521.457. See, I don't like that because I drive, and I don't want somebody without a license driving because they probably don't have auto insurance either. And if they wreck into somebody, are they going to be able to make that person whole? But I didn't finish reading the law, but you can find that on City of San Antonio website. I did want to thank our sponsor, Marquardt Law Firm, who focuses on business and estate law, including last wills, living trusts, and tax-protected inheritance plans. New businesses and old businesses which might have issues with corporations, contracts, LLCs, family limited partnerships, and we can represent those who are facing problems from lack of planning, like in probate court, county court, and district court. Next week, we're going to be talking about elder law. May is the month of elder law. We're talking about elder law awareness. And thank you for joining me on Talk Law Radio. Subscribe to my YouTube channel so you can watch the parts that you didn't hear today. Remember to subscribe to Talk Law Radio on YouTube. This is Todd Marquardt. I'll talk to you later.
This has been Talk Law Radio with attorney Todd Marquardt, brought to you by the Marquardt Law Firm. You can learn more at marquardtlawfirm.com. And be sure to listen to the full Talk Law Radio show Saturday mornings at 11 on 9:30 a.m. The Answer.
Each week, attorney Todd Marquardt talks about the law. His mission with the Talk Law Radio show and podcast is to help you discover your legal issue blind spots. In the beginning, God had one law. Don't eat from the fruit of that tree. Then came the 10 Commandments. Now we have federal, state, and municipal lawmakers that won't stop creating new laws. Laws that might impact you without you knowing it. Listen to the show and drop a line on Facebook or email host@talklawradio.com and let the host know what you think of the show, the topics you want to hear, and whether you want to be a guest.